We just need to now look at analysing your game for level 4.5, and what you're going to be looking at is the spinner that you've created. We have different sections, so it's divided into 8. Now you'll notice that on mine, 4 of those sections are for a sunny day, so that's half of them. That's 4 out of the 8 sections. I have 2 that are a rainy day, so 2 sections out of the 8, which is a quarter of them, are a rainy day. I have 1 that's a thunderstorm and 1 that's extreme heat, and both of those sections are just 1 section out of 8, so it's 1/8. So the probability of those coming up are 1/8 compared to these 2, which are 2 out of 8, and these ones here, which are 4 out of 8. What we need to do is we need to play the game with a friend, and we need to record your data. So you need to spin the spinner 10 times and record how many different occurrences each of these sections come up. Then you need to spin it 25 times, then you need to spin it 50 times, then you need to spin it 100 times, and you need to record each time you spin those, the difference between the two, and record all of the data of where the spinner lands on each of those sections. This part here is really important as well. This is the probability side of it. So probability of a sunny day coming up is a half, which is 0.5, the same measurement. Probability of a rainy day is a quarter, which is 0.25. Thunderstorm 1/8, which is 0.125, and extreme heat is the same, 1/8 as 0.125. Now, when we're charting all of these, when we're creating charts to find out what the probability and what the chance is of something coming up, what I'd like you to create is a chart with 2 sections. One is the actual occurrence. So one is every time you spin it and you record where it lands, that's what actually happens. That's the actual occurrence. The other one is the theoretical occurrence. So what that means is that if you spin your spinner 10 times, you would expect that half of those times it should come up on a sunny day. So 5 of those spins should land on a sunny day. That's a theoretical occurrence. It might be very different, and we're going to find out what the difference is, whether the actual and the theoretical are very similar or if they eventually end up being the same. So you look at mine. The first time I gave it a spin, the first 10 spins, the theoretical occurrence, I should have landed on a sunny day 5 times. But you can see here I actually landed on it 4 times. So it was 1 less than the theoretical occurrence. Just here, the actual occurrence of a rainy day was on 3, and the theoretical occurrence, of course, was 2.5. So that's pretty close. The thunderstorm was 1, and thunderstorm theoretical occurrence was 1.25. Extreme heat was 2, and the extreme heat theoretical occurrence was 1.25. I'd like you to record 10 spins, and then 25 spins, and then 50 spins, and then 100 spins. And I want you to see what happens to the difference, or the amount of difference between the actual occurrence and the theoretical occurrence. Just see what happens as you're going down spinning more with the difference in these charts. And we'll have a talk about what the difference is between these two and why they end up being fairly similar. We need to talk about how much data we collect and what the chances are if we collect more data, and how our results look. Okay? On your blog or on your wiki space, you'll have these 4 charts. You'll have your spinner, and you'll have your game up there as well. And then we'll talk about what's happened and why the results are that you have. Okay? Enjoy.